First squad, you're my scouts.
Hey, this is Sonic Do Mario with a video on how to speedrun the first level of Halo 3, Sierra 117. So I think this is one of the toughest levels to speedrun in the game, and a lot of that has to do with the beginning of the level, just because the weapons that you have to work with are pretty bad at the start. If you can, if possible, it's much better to speedrun this on co-op. Not only obviously do you have a second player helping you out, but the Master Chief in co-op actually starts with a battle rifle and not an assault rifle. So you end up getting that weapon, and having a battle rifle makes the beginning of this level significantly easier. Not only that, but player 2 would be the Arbiter, and you do get a carbine to start the level out as the Arbiter, but for single player, it's significantly tougher. There's no real easy way to clear out the enemies as fast. So in this first section, what we're going to do is, there's this one brute. You can actually strip him of his shields completely if you can empty your whole assault rifle clip into him, so that's what we're going to work on first. At this point, you're going to get a whole group of grunts that come out to attack you. This is where you want to switch to the pistol, start headshotting them. And it feels like the pistol in this game is hit or miss with its accuracy. It feels like in one instance, you're deadly accurate with it, you're hitting all your headshots, and then the next instance, you can't hit anything. So what we're doing here is I'm checking the dead grunts. Before I do that, I'm going to pick up this brute shot. I'm checking the dead grunts to see if any of them drop any plasma grenades, because we could really use them in the next section. If you don't have any plasma grenades, this is where the brute shot's going to kick in. There's going to be a phantom that comes in. You want to focus on the turret. If you have a plasma grenade, you want to stick the turret. If not, attack the turret with the brute shot. That'll dislodge the turret out of the phantom and put it on the ground. If you have another plasma grenade, you can stick that brute that just landed. If not, just spam the brute shot on him. That'll significantly weaken him. Now he's got his shields down, so I'm going to try to kill him with the pistol. Yeah, if you have the plasma grenade, you can stick that on the brute when he lands, because he'll be stuck on the ground for a second. If there's a lot of grunts around him, the plasma grenade will also take them out, so that's the best case scenario if you can get some plasma grenades at the start. Oh, we didn't, so we just had to rely on the brute shot. And here, you just want to go over to that brute that you killed and pick up this brute shot, because we will need the ammo. So that turret that we dislodged out of the phantom, it's on the ground now, and it's going to be our strongest weapon in this section. Since it's no longer mounted, we don't have unlimited ammo for it. And that's why you want to attack the turret with something explosive like the brute shot or the plasma grenades to get it out of the phantom. Not only that, but you want to kill the grunt too, so he's not attacking you. They can do a ton of damage. So normally there's a brute up on that rock in front of us. He's actually right there to the right. He just threw the bubble shield up. So we're just having to improvise a little bit here. Now he's just don't get hit by the brute shot. That obviously can do a ton of damage. So here, just jump around, just attack everything, and I just ran out of ammo for the turret. I was able to strip his shields with that turret, so a couple more headshots with the pistol finished him off. Go over to where the brute died, pick up his brute shot, and at this point, there is one more brute left, and the best way to take care of him at this point, if you don't have a turret, is just spam the brute shot in his area. That'll kill him and hopefully take care of some grunts. If there are any grunts remaining, don't worry about them, just run through. So in this next segment, you're just going to go into this cave for a second. You just want to be aware, there is a rock in the middle here. It's really easy to walk into, so just walk around it or jump over it. It's dark, so it's easy to not see that rock. So here you want to go to this crate, pick up the carbine, take the grunts out. And now we're going to try to snipe out as many enemies as we can with the carbine. And the Arbiter is going to be helping us out to the left. I would go for the jackals first. Try to stay away from the edge of the cliff, otherwise the enemies will be attacking you up front. Because there are some grunts directly below you. So I think the first priority are the carbine jackals, and you can see I started to get attacked, so I just backed up a little bit. There's one more jackal right there. So there's a brute right there. He just threw up a bubble shield, so we can't really get to him right now. I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing below us. Just clear out whatever you can. And before you jump down to the ground, go back and just pick up the remaining carbine ammo out of that crate. I'm just going to check the area one more time before I drop down to the ground. There's one more brute there. You can see the Arbiter shooting at him. And you also want to clear out the enemies below, just so they're not completely pummeling the Arbiter. Jump down here, and when you get down to the ground, look up and to your right. There's one more carbine jackal up here. Easy to miss him, but just take him out before he starts sniping at you. Let's clear out the next section of enemies there. Looks like there was one more brute up there that I killed. I was able to take out one of the jackals. I think the other one will just start running now. When you get up around this path, just destroy those explosives in the back just so nothing funny can happen later on. So we're going to be ditching the brute shot shortly, but we end up getting some use out of it. There's, I think, one more brute in the area, and there he is right there. He starts attacking me with a brute shot, so I just spam brute shot back at him, and just finished him off with some headshots. And it looks like one of the carbine jackals somehow got stuck in the back of that tree, so I wasn't able to get him the first time around. I was able to clear out another brute with the brute shot, so getting that weapon's putting in some good work. So now I'm going to switch out to the needler. It's actually, I think, a pretty good weapon in this level. It's actually very effective at taking out brutes. You can take them out quickly, I think even faster than the noob combo, you know, the battle rifle and plasma pistol, or even the carbine. It's very good at taking out brutes, and especially the Flood in later levels like Cortana. So continue along. Be sure to pick up that carbine from the jackal we killed earlier for the ammo. So you can see right here, we easily take out that brute with the needler, and then just take out the carbine jackal off to the left. And as you're going up this pathway, just make sure all your weapons are fully loaded. So as you walk across this tree branch, just headshot everything in the back. On the other side of this tree branch, there's going to be a cave to the left. A couple of grunts are going to come out of it, so just headshot them with the carbine. And then in the upcoming section is a bit dangerous. There's several grunts, some jackals, and a brute. They all come out at once. The brute does have a brute shot, so very easy to take a lot of damage here. Just stay back, just don't go charging in. So I'm waiting, and there's the brute right there. You can see I dropped my shield instantly. I tried to stick a plasma grenade, wasn't a very good throw. I don't know why I'm going after the grunt with that needler, but the arbiter's back there, and he was able to do a lot of damage, so I could finish him off. Now before you go into that cave, turn around, go back into this cave where the grunts came out of. There's actually a battle rifle here you can pick up. We're just going to ditch the carbine for it, just since we have a lot more ammo for the battle rifle than we would for the carbine. And while I have the needler out, I think it's, again, a very effective weapon in Halo 3. I think it's better than its Halo 1 and 2 counterparts. I found a lot more uses for this weapon as opposed to the first two Halo games. I think the only time I use it in the first Halo was the Spec Ops Elites at the end of Keys. And the only time I would ever use it in Halo 2 is when you're forced to use it at the beginning of Gravemind. So anyhow, as we go through this cave, the par time on this level is 15 minutes, which I think is a little too fast, but I'll get to that later. So here, the first people you want to snipe out are the jackals. They're not really focused on you for now, going after the brute. They're just focused on attacking the pelican, so just kill them while they're distracted. There's another brute there. And there's actually a dead marine here with a battle rifle, so you can just keep going back to that battle rifle for ammo. Fortunately for us, that brute decided to go on the turret, which made him a sitting duck. At this point, everyone's dead. After the pelicans get shot down, look in the back. There's going to be two beam rifle wielding jackals all the way in the background. And you want to kill them, otherwise they will snipe at you and insta-kill you. You want to kill them while they're distracted with the pelican. Now, when this phantom comes in, be sure to take that grunt out on the turret. Very easy to miss. If you don't kill him, he'll start shooting at you and can just deal a significant amount of damage. And that just renders the phantom harmless. So in this next segment, this is a bit of a dangerous section. I tried to flush the jackals out there with a grenade. There's several grunts, several brutes. I'm trying to headshot that brute. Unfortunately, he's able to just stand right there, which I'm able to get enough needles on him to kill him, so he's no longer a problem. There's a carbine-wielding jackal in the background. He's now dead. And in this area, I'm really cautious. I probably should have gotten through this area faster, but I think I was more concerned about not trying to die. So in this area, so here comes another jackal. I just flushed him out with a grenade. So there were two jackals with carbines up on that higher ledge. Just be sure to kill them before they start shooting at you. So in the back, there's a brute. I'm trying to kill him, which I wasn't able to finish him off with the needler, but it looks like there was enough damage done to him to strip his shields off, so one more headshot was able to finish him. So at this point, I don't want to step out into the open and get a brute shot in the face, because that's never fun. So I'm just slowly peeking out, just trying to find any grunts or brutes to kill, and for right now, it's mostly grunts. There's a grunt down there that took a lot of my shields out. I think I just saw a brute back there, I'm not totally sure. So something funny ends up happening with the Arbiter later on. You'll end up noticing it shortly. So I'm just hiding behind everything. You don't want to step out into the open, otherwise you're just an easy target for the brutes. So there's one more grunt, and then a brute, which is another grunt that we have to kill right here. There's a brute that ends up getting on top of that crate. I'm able to get enough needles in him to kill him, and again, a needler is a very helpful weapon in this level. There's another brute right there. I'm trying to finish him off as fast as I can, which I couldn't get the needles on him. I tried to stick him, that didn't work. I think he ends up retreating. Oh no, there he is. So now, again, I'm just way too cautious here. I don't know why. I just got a checkpoint, but what we're able to ultimately do is just melee this guy in the back, and now he's no longer a problem. So in the next segment, the first enemy you want to kill is way in the back. There's a jackal that carries a beam rifle, so if you don't know about him, he can easily snipe you. And then that brute just jumps up onto the rock. We're able to get a ton of needles onto him and kill him. So at this point, we don't really need the needler much anymore. Just go back here, get on these higher ledges, swap out the needler for the carbine, and pick up the other carbine here that the jackals dropped. So now we're going to go into the jungle with two headshot weapons, which will help a lot because the next section has a lot of jackals hiding up in trees, some of them with beam rifles. So the only things that we have killed, and the Arbiter just got blown up there, and what ends up happening is the Arbiter springs back to his feet. I think when the Arbiter resurrects himself, he just picks up whatever weapon is close by. He ends up picking up the brute shot that was right next to him, so he just carries a brute shot for the rest of the level. So that, fortunately for us, that jackal that we killed, his beam rifle fell onto the ground, so we're able to pick that up. So in this section, this little jungle section with all the jackals, I believe there's only 2 of them that have beam rifles, and it's random as to which ones have it each time. So you just want to take this area very carefully, and just look for the purple glows whenever you see them. So fortunately that jackal only has a carbine, otherwise we would have been insta-killed since he was able to get a few shots on me. Just look around, look for any jackals. There's one up there. There's gonna be, and you can see the Arbiter just emptying his brute shot onto them. I just find it funny that he just holds a brute shot for the rest of the level. So in the back, I believe that jackal carried a beam rifle, so I just sniped him as a safety measure. There's one other jackal here. He's kind of being obstructed by the branches, but we're able to, looks like the Arbiter just put another brute shot into him. Yeah, that was totally unintentional that he picked up the brute shot. It's not some big strategy that I had. I don't have that kind of galaxy brain, but so I'm looking for a beam rifle here that the jackal dropped, because I just want to get a fresher beam rifle for the next segment of jackals. So this is the final jackal in this section. I just took him out with the carbine. There's going to be some more jackals to the left, so there's that one. There's another jackal behind him, which I believe carries a beam rifle, but before we get to him, this is where you want to use the beam rifle to try to snipe out that jackal in the back. There's a second jackal here. That's the one that normally has a beam rifle, so you want to kill him before he ends up noticing you and sniping you. Use the beam rifle to snipe out that brute, and then to conserve the beam rifle ammo, just headshot the grunts with the carbine. And the reason I picked the carbine here over the battle rifle is just because you have a plenty of fallback supply for carbine ammo, so ammo won't be an issue. So here we're just staying up here, sniping out whatever grunts we can with the carbine. Usually they get right below you, but maybe they retreated. Maybe the Arbiter scared them with a brute shot. I don't know. But here, yeah, there's the brute I was worried about, and he took out a significant amount of shields with that brute shot, and we're just going to let the Arbiter go charging. And he's with you for the whole level, so that's one of the positive things about here is you do have the Arbiter to fall back on. And I think he's actually one of the best AI co-op partners in a game, especially on Legendary. So here again, there's a couple more carbine jackals, and I believe one more beam rifle jackal off to the right. I don't know why I'm retreating here. There's nothing back here. But yeah, you don't want to just run out into the open, otherwise you'll easily just be insta-killed by these jackals. So I believe that jackal carried a beam rifle, and then there's 2 more jackals up on the tree branch to our right. They do carry carbines, but we're just killing the grunts as they walk out here. So there's one jackal here. We're just going to headshot him, and there's normally a second one right there. So at this point, we're pretty much done with the jackals in this section. You don't really have to worry about them again until the final segment. And normally I just try to snipe out the brutes since it's quicker, but since it came around the corner and I had to react quickly, I had to go for the carbine, so we're just going to finish him off with the carbine. You can see there's a little bit of glow to his shield, so they are running a little bit low. Unfortunately, he throws down a bubble shield, which in this game, you can actually use that to your advantage, because if they're hiding in the bubble shield, they're normally less aggressive. It's a lot easier to just go in, melee them, back out, and they can't really do much. So now that the brute in that section is dead, we're going to come up here. There's going to be another wave of enemies. Usually they're on the other side of this little bridge. There's a couple of jackals. So I'm just going to look in the back, so we still have some beam rifle ammo. I'm able to snipe out that brute, and looks like some explosion might have killed a lot of enemies. And here's one more brute, and looks like the arbiter with this brute shot able to do significant damage. Now before you continue, turn back around, go to where this crashed pelican is. There's two snipers here. You want to pick them up for maximum ammo, and we are going to need this sniper in the final section. We can use it to clear out a lot of the strongest enemies. So while we're here, there's going to be one more wave of enemies, I believe. I would have tried to carry the beam rifle. I think I walked over a beam rifle that I could have picked up and replaced. I don't know why I didn't. I just opted for the carbine instead. Might have been a lot easier to have two sniping weapons instead of a carbine. But either way, you want two scoped weapons for the next section, so the carbine and the sniper will help out a lot here. So yeah, we're already over the part time, which is 15 minutes. I think that's a little too low for this level. I think it should be 20. It's a pretty tough part time to hit. And a lot of it, I think, is just the beginning of the level is just an anchor that gets put on you for the rest of the level. So when you regain control of your character after the cutscene, the first thing you want to do, there's two beam rifle carrying jackals on the other side of this area. You just want to snipe them out before they notice you, otherwise they'll eventually notice you and insta-kill you when they get their shot lined up. So at this point, I'm looking at that bridge in the background. I'm just waiting to see some brutes running across it, and when they do run across it, I'm going to try to snipe them out, so nothing there yet. So I'm just going to take this time and just snipe out the enemies below me. Again, use your sniper for the brutes, and then your carbine for everything else. That's the probably best way to effectively manage your ammo here. So yeah, here comes some brutes. I'm able to snipe one out, and I'm able to snipe out a second brute, which actually causes the chieftain to activate his invincibility. And he's just going to be running over to this section. I believe that brute did throw down a bubble shield earlier, but I wasn't able to get to him. That jackal only has a carbine, so don't worry about getting hit from him too much, but I think it was easier and quicker just to snipe him out. There are some enemies below, so we're just going to kill them. There is a carbine on top of that roof. I'm not sure if I get it, but we are running low on ammo on it at this point. So there's the brute chieftain. Obviously, he has a gravity hammer. He can attack us from below there, so we're able to get a couple easy headshots on him with the sniper. I end up taking his gravity hammer just because we run out of carbine ammo. I'm not sure why I didn't go back and just pick up that carbine on the roof nearby, but I wasn't able to finish that brute off with the sniper. I don't know why I'm trying to use a sniper on a jackal, but we still have plenty of ammo for it. We are going to run out of ammo shortly, but we are going to be able to pick up a beam rifle, so we will have some kind of sniping weapon for the final segment. And it looks like the arbiter was able to get that final brute killed with the brute shot. So since we were able to snipe out those brutes earlier, this section's a lot less dangerous. The only thing that's really left are these grunts. But again, I'm running low on sniper ammo. I'm down to a total of 3 shots, so I'm just going to have to run in here and just gravity hammer what I can. And I probably should have used the gravity hammer in the next section, considering the large group of enemies. But I just ditched it just to get a carbine since I was really low on ammo. So around here, I tried to clear out this area with grenades, didn't have too much luck. I tried another grenade. I'm not having too much luck killing that brute, so I just finished him off with the sniper. So at this point, you're just going to want to kill anything that appears. So here, there's just some more enemies. We're going to finish them off with the carbine. There is a brute in the back, and looks like I just have 1 shot left with the sniper, so not much I can do there. I do get a headshot on him, but then he throws down a bubble shield, so we're just going to have to take care of him later. So at this point, we have several grunts in the area, and we're just going to use the rest of our carbine on them. Here comes the Arbiter to help out, and just find it funny that he's just carrying a brute shot with unlimited ammo. I know I've said that before, but so thankfully the bubble shield gets destroyed. And from here I'm just able to finish off the brute. We're just going to needle him in a second, but this is probably our fastest way we can kill him. Just have him stand in one area and he won't really dodge the needles. So we're just going to take care of the last few enemies here, just largely grunts at this point. And then before we go in and rescue the Marines, what we're going to do is just jump onto the roof of this building and pick up the beam rifle from that jackal we killed earlier. It's going to come in a lot of help for the final segment. I don't know why I shot at that. I thought you had to shoot it to destroy it for a second, but there are carbines here, so just use that to max out your carbine ammo. So once you free the Marines, there's going to be a couple of final phantoms. And it's not too bad if you can get out ahead of it. This is where the beam rifle is going to help out a lot. Just use the carbine to take the grunts out. Apparently there was one grunt I couldn't get a headshot on him, so I had to dodge his plasma grenade. So while we're waiting for the phantom to drop off the enemies, there's actually a grunt up there. We're going to kill him, so he's not shooting at us with the turret. And you can see that turret ended up doing a decent amount of damage to us, either that or the enemies across from us. Yeah, there is a brute here, but there's plenty of distance to snipe him out, so he's dead. And I think there's only one other brute left in the area, and there he is in the background. Again, there's plenty of distance to snipe him out. Now he's dead. And at this point, all that's really left are grunts, so just spam your carbine, just spam them, get a ton of headshots. That's the easiest way to kill off the grunts. So there's nothing much you can really do at this point. I'm just going to sit back. At this point, yeah, we're just going to finish off any straggling enemies. And at this point, you're just waiting for the pelicans to destroy the two phantoms. There's no need to fight them yet. They're just one of them just got shot down. Now the pelican's going to shoot down the other phantom. But if you're going for the devastating achievement, which is to beat this game under 3 hours on legendary. So we have a final time of 22 minutes here. Again, I was a little cautious in some areas. My best time here is about 18 minutes using this method. So yeah, anything from 18 to 22 minutes is a pretty good time, and you can easily make up that time elsewhere if you're trying to get that 3-hour achievement, because this is one of the tougher levels of speedrun. But once the pelican flies in, just jump on it to end the level. And there you go, 22:18. And that's definitely one of the tougher levels to speedrun, so I hope this video helps out, and I will see you next time.